Welcome to another episode of Inside Trial Minds, where we dive deep into the minds of the most successful trial attorneys in America, how they think, how they fight, and how they ultimately win.
I think, they always say that you learn the most from your losses, which is true, because it's so painful. That really forces you to go back and take a look at yourself and what you've done and really analyze what can you do different or what could you have done different to win that case.
I don't know why. I think one of the issues people have is they try to prove every point, right? It's kind of like law school, where law school, they give you a prompt and you just come up with every possible theory. You can get yourself in trouble because you start doing this as a lawyer, you start thinking that way, and I'm going to prove all these different things. Well, you don't need to prove all those things. And if you pick out, instead of proving one or two things that you need to win the case, if you pick out 10 because you think you can prove them, you're battling these things that don't matter. And you may end up losing on one or two of those issues to the jury. You've compromised your entire case.
Battle in court.
I learned a long time ago that when there's real money on the table, real chips on the table, real lives at stake, worrying about fairness is useless because the game is going to go on one way or another. The clock is running, the whistle's going to blow at halftime, and by the fourth quarter, you're either winning or you're not. And that final whistle is going to blow. And whether it was fair or not, that's really never going to come into play.
They don't have a growth mindset for it. They want the other defense firm to fail. They're not going to share a strategy or a technique or a talking point or quote or anything that's going to make that other lawyer better.
But to answer your question, your original question, while everybody wants to win, I cannot bear the thought of losing. What are you willing to do to prepare to make sure you avoid that feeling that you can't bear to feel?